Today I'm bringing you what I hope will be a very fun and exciting video where I'm going to show you every single one of the Disney t-shirts that I own. But before we get started, I want to talk about something more important. So this week is National Eating Disorders Awareness Week. And in honor of that, I want to give you 10 facts about eating disorders. Eating disorders are devastating mental illnesses, and unfortunately, there is not that much information about them out there. Not only is there lack of information, but there is also a lot of stigma and many misconceptions about what eating disorders are, who those are that suffer from them, and what the symptoms and causes look like. Fact number one is that eating disorders are a whole lot more common than many people might think. 30 million Americans will suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their lives. 20 million of those will be women, and 10 million of those will be men. Unfortunately, men are less likely to seek treatment because of stigma and because people don't necessarily think that men can have eating disorders, but they can, and they are just as devastating for them as for anyone else. Fact number two is incredibly sobering. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any mental illness. One person dies every hour as the result of an eating disorder. Fact number three, I cannot emphasize enough. Not everyone who suffers from an eating disorder will be underweight. In fact, the majority of people with an eating disorder probably look healthy to you and me. Eating disorder sufferers can be any size, any shape, any age, in any kind of body. Eating disorders are about behaviors. They are not necessarily about how much a person weighs. If you think someone is suffering, whether or not they look like it, if you think that their behaviors around food are not normal, then you should be concerned. If you think that you or someone that you know might be suffering from abnormal behaviors around food, whether or not they are underweight, it is worth seeking treatment or seeking a professional opinion, because people with eating disorders do not always look like it. And if you are suffering from something that you think might be an eating disorder, don't wait until you're sick enough to seek treatment. The thing is, with eating disorders, you never think that you're sick enough until you're dead. Fact number four, about 70% of those who do suffer with eating disorders will not seek treatment for their eating disorder. This can be due to a variety of factors. It could be due to lack of education, people thinking that they don't have an eating disorder because they don't understand all of the signs and symptoms. It could be lack of education. People think that because they're not underweight, for example, like we just talked about, that they can't possibly have an eating disorder when in fact they do. And the saddest perhaps of all is that there is a large lack of access to eating disorder treatment. Not only is it hard to find eating disorder treatment and get a bed in a treatment center, etc., but the cost of eating disorder treatment is astronomical. It includes psychological and physical health care, and insurance companies, unfortunately, do not usually provide adequate coverage for eating disorders. I can't tell you how many people I knew in treatment who got cut from treatment before their therapist and their treatment team thought that they were ready because their insurance decided that they no longer needed care. Number five is one that I cannot stress enough and that I am very passionate about educating people on, and that is that eating disorders are in no way, shape, or form a choice. No one would choose a deadly mental illness for themselves. Things that cause eating disorders are varied, but they can include genetic factors, psychological factors, environmental and societal factors, trauma. The causes are manifold, and it is very important that if you think someone is suffering, you don't blame it on them as being a choice, but that you listen to them and what they have to say, and that you refer them to a professional who can treat this many multifaceted illness. Number six is very important because a lot of people don't realize just how dangerous eating disorders are and what the medical consequences truly can be. Medical consequences can include anything from osteoporosis to heart problems, to gastrointestinal issues, to vitamin and mineral deficiencies, esophagus rupture, dental problems, kidney and liver failure. The list goes on and on and on. People who are suffering need treatment because these are life-threatening illnesses that can severely impact your quality of life if it doesn't kill you. Fact number 7, awareness about eating disorders is very important because currently eating disorder research is very underfunded by the federal government. Eating disorders receive about $38 million of federal funding as opposed to $500 million for depression and $213 million for anxiety disorders. Fact number 8 breaks my heart because I work with children and I love children so much. But sadly, eating disorders among children under the age of 12 are on the rise. The rate of children diagnosed with an eating disorder has risen by 119% in less than 10 years. Don't think that just because someone is young, they can't be suffering from an eating disorder. I remember 2 incidences when I was working in an after-school program in Atlanta where I brought a concern about a child to someone ahead of me in authority because of their behaviors around food, and that I was not taken seriously. One of these children was a 7-year-old who was bragging to her friends about how she had made herself sick in the restroom. Another child was a 5-year-old who told me that she didn't allow herself to eat dessert when she got in trouble at school because she was bad and didn't deserve to eat something good. These things may not seem serious when a child says them, but these things can lead to lifelong deadly eating disorders. Please, if you are concerned about a child, take them to a doctor, take them to a professional, because these impact children devastatingly too. Number 9, the most common predictor of the development of an eating disorder is chronic dieting. This is really scary because our society and our culture right now is very, very into dieting. There's always a new fad diet popping up, but this can be a predictor for developing an eating disorder. And number 10, in addition to eating disorders being deadly because of the health consequences of eating disorders also bring with them an increased risk for suicide. Eating disorders mess with your mind, and they put you in a position that you never thought you would be in and that you don't want to be in, and some people just think it's not worth the fight anymore. If you're suffering from an eating disorder, please seek treatment. Don't let it kill you. You are worth recovery. You are worth getting better and living a full and complete life. It will be hard, but it'll be worth it. Please fight. Okay, let's take a deep breath and put all that sad stuff behind us. And now let's get ready to have some fun by showing off my Disney shirts. This first shirt I had custom made from Etsy before my Disney trip in October. And of course, as you can see on the front, it has my favorite Disney quote, "There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day." But the back is really cool because it says eating disorder awareness, recovery is possible. I love this shirt because it reminds me, of course, that recovery is possible and that there's a big future waiting for me and for everyone who suffers from eating disorders at the end of the long dark night. My next shirt I got in the Windy City when I was in treatment for my eating disorder. There was this Disney store in Chicago on the Magnificent Mile that was absolutely fantastic. That Disney store was being in Disney World itself. So I thought this was a really cute print with Minnie being blown by the wind. I hope you guys can see it well. But yeah, so this is it. And I actually got a jacket there too in Chicago to match. So this is the jacket, which you need a jacket in the Windy City for most of the times of the year because it's cold and windy. So I had to get this jacket to match. This next Disney shirt is actually representing my favorite Disney YouTube channel, which is Michael K. Ways of Disney. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, you need to now. He does daily vlogs, he does Disney news, tip videos. He's fantastic, and I am very proud to represent him with my Ways of Disney t-shirt. This next shirt I love, and this one is very special to me because it's actually a souvenir t-shirt from Walt Disney World, the year of the 25th anniversary. So this was my mom's, and then she gave it to me, and I really treasure it. This Disney shirt I find really cute, especially now that there's Baby Yoda out there. So for all you Star Wars fans, Yoda won for me. I love puns, so this shirt is fantastic. This shirt is pretty standard, but I do love the little pocket with Minnie Mouse it has right here. And the back is a lot of fun. But yeah, this shirt came from Macy's. This shirt also came from Macy's, and I don't wear this one that often because I'm not a huge fan of cropped shirts, but the colors are pretty, and so I like it for that reason. This shirt I got last year before the release of the live-action Dumbo movie. I love Dumbo, so I had to have this shirt. And this shirt I think came from Target. They have lots of good Disney stuff there. If you didn't already know, you need to really check out their Disney stuff, especially for apparel. This shirt I've had forever. It actually comes from my freshman year of college when my dorm hall was themed to Monsters, Inc. So we all had shirts made that looked like Mike Wazowski. I love wearing this one around the parks. You get a lot of compliments on these. I love this shirt because it is very me. I have 3 cats and their names are Lucy, Ethel, and Pumpkin. So this shirt, sorry, I was thinking about cats, is probably pretty accurate most of the time. This shirt features classic Minnie and Mickey. I mean, how can you go wrong with classic Minnie and Mickey? And this one came from Kohl's. This t-shirt came from Target. This Hakuna Matata shirt also came from Target. It always keeps me feeling chill, and it's super comfy. I use this as a pajama shirt sometimes. This shirt comes from the Etsy shop Fun and Fancy Tees, where they do lots of vintage poster style t-shirts. So this is one for the Haunted Mansion, and on the back it says, "There's room for 1,000, any volunteers?" Because if you have been to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, you know that the whole thing with the Haunted Mansion is there's 999 ghosts. So, any volunteers for 1,000? This pretty tank top also comes from Kohl's. This is another shirt from Fun and Fancy Tees, and this one represents the Carousel of Progress. You can see, I'm not sure how the lighting is, but it's really cute. This shirt is perfect for the 4th of July, and it has Pluto on it, which I love because you don't find Pluto shirts very often. But this one came from Amazon. It was like a custom make your own shirt on Amazon kind of thing. So if you just search Pluto shirts, you might be able to find it. This shirt came from the Disney store in Atlanta, and it says Rebel Princess, so it's perfect for Star Wars fans. This shirt is actually technically a nightgown. It came from Forever 21, but I like to wear it as a t-shirt with leggings a lot of the time. I think it's really cute and sporty. This shirt came from the Disney store in Chicago, and it's oversized, so I also wear this one as a pajama shirt a lot. But it's really cute because you've got Daisy in the front and Daisy in the back. So I think this one's a lot of fun because whether you're coming or going, you're showing off your Daisy Duck spirit. This shirt is one of my favorites. I wear it all the time. It came from Etsy from Dashing Vacations, and I'm going to get a little closer so you can see what it says. It says Dole Whip, and it has like the heartbeat thing, so it's like my heart beats Dole Whip, which of course is perfect for this channel and for my story. This shirt came from the Disney store in Atlanta, and I love this shirt. I always get lots of compliments on it whenever I wear it. I really hope to go to Disney one day when it's cool enough to actually wear it in the park. I don't remember where this sweatshirt came from, but it's super soft and it's perfect for Christmas time. This sweater came from Amazon, and I wear it to death during the Christmas season. I love Olaf, and so I have to show off my sweet Olaf shirt. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've had fun seeing all of my Disney shirts. And if you like what you see, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to join our Dole of the Day family, be sure to subscribe. We've got lots of more fun videos coming in the near future. And as always, remember, Mickey says recovery is possible.